Down to 19.
So thanks guys for watching the Star City Games 10k weekend here in St. Louis. This is round 6 between Owen Turtenwald on the right of your screen and Mike Nyberg on the left of your screen. Owen Turtenwald is playing a 43 land concoction that Rashad's a huge fan of. Mike Nyberg is playing a 4-color threshold counterbalance top kind of deck.
Owen going to casino right now, gambling.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he actually has counterbalance top. And
I saw it while he was.
He does? Okay. Well, then that's going to be Nyberg's route to success. Mike needs to stick a counterbalance.
Does Owen have a way to disrupt that?
Game 1, not really. The only real out is to just to get rid of all of Mike's mana, make it so that he has to blindly counterbalance. That's really, and he has to get lucky. If it ever gets to the point where Mike can just leave a 2 caster cost on top of his deck, there's not much you can do as the 43 land deck.
So Owen looks like he has a decent start right here.
Yeah, he's not done with turn 1. And that's definitely going to get forced. And if it doesn't, I would say that Mike is not familiar with this matchup.
Yeah. I'm looking. It actually looks like he may not do it.
He's thinking about it.
Yeah, he's thinking. Let's see. It's like suspenseful because I really feel like he might. He might not. Oh, he doesn't.
And he passes, but Owen declines to
use the ability.
Use the ability of Mana Bomb.
I thought there was an intuition in Owen's hand.
Yeah, he's going to set up.
And a loam.
Right. The loam, the loam isn't really an issue to, discarding your hand. Yeah. But, casting intuition in this deck is huge because you get 3 land of your choice.
Yeah.
Destroy it just says tutor for 3 cards.
That seems so fun. Undo.
It's another Force of Will in that ponder. I think he wants to keep that. Leaves the Force of Will on top of his deck. I guess that's a fine place for it.
Draws a port. Owen draws a port.
So now Owen needs to decide if he wants to Riftstone, use the port on Mike's land, or if he wants to cast Intuition. I think you want to use the port. Actually, I think Owen's at the point where he doesn't really need to cast Intuition. He may be a little greedy. He's given up a lot of tempo. I think you just cast
the loam and then just start drudging it every turn.
Well, you cast the loam, you get those 3 land. You get to play 4 land at the end of the turn, and then you get the port Mike's land, and you have your engine going, and you have a threat.
Yeah, and essentially loam will just search up for anything that he. A
lot slower than Intuition would, because Intuition get him a Cycle Land and other good stuff.
Owen thinking carefully.
This is a big decision. To think about 43 land, he only cast 2 spells the whole game, so you got to make sure that they're the right 2 spells.
Looks like Owen's going to go ahead and cast that Intuition.
This is the main phase Intuition.
I think so.
His opponent has a Brainstorm to pitch the Force. That's it.
Right, so that was a pretty good intuition because I got rid of Force of Will. Although,
did Owen forget to use the Mana Bomb ability?
No, he doesn't
have any land in his hand. But I probably would have anyway to get the loam in the yard.
Yeah, loam in the yard.
I mean, he already has one in the yard, right?
Ooh, that's a nice draw.
Alright, so now we're going to play 4 land this turn. And
what was that? Oh, it's a Barbarian Ring. I thought that was that Forgotten Cave.
No, it's a Barbarian Ring.
Owen needs like a Maze of It here. That'd be good for him.
Yeah, because he's going to get Tarmogoyf really fast. I think if he did my play last turn...
Well, he could just keep and shove in the factory in front of Goyf if he wants to.
I guess so. You can just block it forever.
Tarmogoyf instant sorcery land.
They're trying to count up the Goyf mana or the Goyf power toughness right now. Looks like it's a 3/4.
Oh, he's just gonna take it.
Yeah. One of the other issues playing against threshold is you really don't want your win conditions to get Swords to Plowshare
Yeah.
because you can't get it back unless you have a wasteland to protect it.
Is all the glacial chasm that prevents you cannot be attacked, right? But it can
You can't be damaged.
can't be damaged with a cumulative upkeep of 2 life.
Yeah, which is irrelevant.
Yeah, you just keep on stacking it and
Yeah.
putting it.
Enchantment in the yard.
So we sack land, go get
I just need
another
one
colored
more
source.
player to fill out a competitive draft. One more player to fill out a competitive draft. You're interested in drafting today? This may be your last chance.
And also when Glacial Chasm comes into play, but when it enters the battlefield, you need to sacrifice another land. So
Yeah.
that may be, I guess that's not really an issue because all these land are just going to come back next turn.
Owen taps.
As
Plays.
well. Yep. Thank you. Mike really isn't in a position to try to use the tempo out strategy right now.
Yeah.
And that's going to get. I think I would have cast Source of Plowshare right there. There aren't a lot of targets for Source of Plowshare, which is definitely in Mike's hand.
Yes.
Yeah. I see it right there. And then
All damage is done.
Price just let him. He's reading. I think he's learning what this card does right now.
And so he has Force of Will, Source of Plowshare. Is that a Dark Confidant?
I believe that. Yeah, I think yeah, it was Dark Confidant for sure. He just passed the turn.
I think that was a Force of Will. But he didn't already draw that Force of
It was
Will.
it was a Force of Will that he put on top earlier with Ponder.
So he has 3 forces. He has 2 Force of Wills in his hand. No,
He used one.
It's a. It looks like a.
I see 1 force, 1
Sword
dark.
Temptations? No. Looks like Sword Temptations. Main deck Sword Temptations.
This fairies deck's getting crazier.
There's more fairies than we thought. Maybe it is a fairies deck.
This is pretty academic for Owen here, right? Ooh, Force of Will from Mike.
I think he's going for the tempo plan now.
No, that would.
But he had, if he wanted it, he had to have started that a little earlier, I think.
Well, he didn't have enough counter spells to really keep it going.
If you are in the competitive draft, come on up to the judge station. Once again, if you signed up for a competitive draft, we're going to get this started.
You have to forgive the Gigi's last staff. We're all coming down with colds.
Well, luckily I got my H1N1 vaccine right before coming here. So.
Well, I don't think
one.
I have any type of flu. Pretty sure it's just good old-fashioned
rhinovirus.
Sure. Good old-fashioned cold. And I was fine before I left, so I don't know what it is. So Owen is going with the
Jump
block.
to the fair.
Yeah, the
And he
jump
opts
strategy.
not to use the plowshares again. Nope.
Changed his mind.
Maybe I talked too loud.
Yeah, maybe.
That's your only factory right now, correct? Yard one. I'll swords it.
Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah.
Takes out the
14.
factory, gaining Owen a couple life.
Oh, 3 life. He activated that factory to give it +1/+1
Owen, what?
Oh, now Owen's graveyard is.
off the table.
That was all blanks, though. They definitely were not lands.
I think Owen gained 3 life off of that Swords to Plowshare, right?
Right.
Double
But then
port.
took 4 from the board.
Right. All right. Well, we got enough.
Josh McCollum.
Shine ports in play.
It's going to take a couple
It's
lands.
the glacial chasm.
Yeah, Owen's starting to lock this up. All he needs is
Joshua Snyder.
This land deck is so awesome.
any Tabernacle, and well, I guess Tabernacle doesn't really lock it up anymore, but a wasteland. Owen's looking for a wasteland right now. One wasteland. That's all he really needs.
Owen's going to take the damage from the glacial chasm. Doesn't want to waste any time. Really wants that wasteland.
So that will drop Owen down to
12.
To 12.
Gets back Barbarian Ring.
Oh, did Owen already start Barbarian Ringing for the win?
No, he hasn't. This is going to be the first.
Oh, no. He had a barbarian ring in play. Did he sack
He
it
sacked it to the Collegial Chasm.
Okay.
The first time it came into play.
As you can see, Mana Bond is the most powerful spell in this deck.
Should have been counted.
Should have been Force of Will. This game would go a lot differently.
Yeah.
I mean, Owen did have the intuition to go look for a second copy of a similar spell, either that or Expiration, but I guess he's learning now.
So, update from the floor. Brad Nelson is down a game in this match.
He's playing for. He needs to win out to top 8.
Yeah, he needs to win out to top 8. He was defeated by Rusty Kubis, Rusty's playing against another Loam deck, and he says it's probably his worst matchup. So.
This is Brad Nelson?
No, Rusty's playing against Loam. But Brad Nelson is down a game. I don't know about
against
Rusty.
Dredge. He's playing Dredge.
Yeah.
I thought Brad Nelson had 2 losses already.
No, his first loss was to Rusty.
Yeah, I was talking to him earlier. He said he lost again. He was X2, 3-2.
So he's playing for the $100.
The points and the $100.
He's playing because he drove 13 hours to get here.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah. Right, so we're casting more Life and Law. I believe that Owen also activated Barbarian Ring.
And he has a note at, he has Mazabeth, he has the Stadium.
Yeah, this game is pretty much locked up,
10 minutes and
barring
the snack bar is going to close up. So if you want to grab some food before 4 o'clock, head on over there right away.
So Mike needs to get a counterbalance in play. That's his only way of winning.
Yeah,
and getting lucky a few times.
a few.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them hugging each other.
Having a little counterbalance party at the bottom of his deck. Split them up.
I love counterbalance parties.
Ain't no party like a counterbalance party. Because a counterbalance party don't stop.
Brainstorm. 1, 2, Sower.
I don't know about that brainstorm. I think leaving that Sackland uncracked was
to make the brainstorm later even better.
No, it's not even that. Just so that he can get to 3 mana. Or get to 2 mana. Well, I guess he has a Sackland. So, because right now that land can't be ported or wastelanded.
Yeah, that's
effectively.
true.
But Owen draws a wasteland. It's all moot point.
So what Owen does here, you think he starts burning and gaining life, or
well, he
green
is
red, so it has to be burning.
He's definitely going to deal 2 damage. He needs to end the game before counterbalance hits play.
Is that the typical way the 43 land deck wins? To start burning or just attacking with your factories?
Well, usually you play the control game and just get your opponent out of the game. And once they're out of the game, it doesn't really matter how you win. You have treetops and you have other man lands, but it doesn't really matter what you win with. Your opponent is just helpless.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But no, there aren't any real true win conditions other than land that turn to animate.
Who's that?
FF Freak just lost his match, so he's...
I believe the report was FF Freak is dead.
Oh. Am I going to get his Moto collection?
No.
I hear that I was written into his will last night.
That was pretty convenient. Yeah, he's out of contention for anything. Sorry, FF Freak.
His first Legacy tournament. There's more to come.
Yeah. You can think about it.
He was excited early on because all he tested was the mirror matchup, and of course in the first 3 rounds he plays the mirror twice.
FF Freak, of course, is Brad Nelson.
So we're going to cast another loam for a Cycle land, a Maze of Ith, and a Sack land.
Alright, so these turns got a lot of fun.
So now Owen's actually drawing cards with every loam, which allows him to get his loam back, and then cast loam again, and then put 5 to 7 land into play each turn.
That seems alright, I think. What do you think?
Seems fair. And right now Owen has, I believe, 6 land in his hand. He has a hand of 6 land. They're all going to come into play.
Judgment station, please. Isaac Friend to the main event stage.
I mean, at some point those fetch lands become irrelevant, right? Because they can't fetch for anything anymore.
Yeah, but they're still sack fodder for your Glacial Chasm, and also the deck runs Riftstone Portal. I don't know if he's actually running a Riftstone Portal, but you can use them to tap for mana.
Alright, Tropical Island first up. Land deck is so much fun.
Hey, I played it before. It was cool. That's all I know.
I think that's a claim I could support. I've seen you play it before I knew what it was. I'm like, that's pretty cool. And then I'm like, oh, and it's a real deck.
Well, I mean,
eventually it became a real deck. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I originally saw the list on one of those online.
Yeah, it's from Italy, right?
It was the online Magic tournaments that are sometimes around. I saw a list there, and played it because I didn't have anything to play in GP Columbus. This was a little while ago when it was in.
This is the one Owen got second at.
Yeah, the Flash Hulk. So I played it in the Sea of Flash Hulk.
The most broken deck ever. It's like, yeah, we need a ban something here.
Yep, and there's the Wasteland.
Right.
I'm pretty sure right now Mike isn't going to concede because I don't think he has a lot of experience against this deck.
Yeah.
He's gonna realize what happens when he loses 2 land this turn.
It's not going to be too pretty. Wasteland.
Yeah, you got the Wasteland. It's just going to go downhill from there.
Yep, okay.
It's like, wait. Tranquil Thicket, Ancestral Recall this.
Wasteland, play it, sack it.